Hi everyone.
Hello.
Jon and
Jake
are here with our battle report for Flames of War, and this is a continuation of our How to Play series.
Yep.
So hopefully you've watched all 5 parts of the How to Play series. This is going to be a battle using the introductory units found in the Hit the Beach starter set. I think it's a Hit the Beach starter set.
I think so.
Which has a ton of cool stuff in it. We're not using the exact models because we have such big collections. They all got shuffled in, so I don't know which model came from there and which. Yeah. But we're using the correct units that come in the starter set. So if you have the starter set, you can play the same battle we're playing, and you should be able to follow along. Points-wise, our forces come to about, I think it's 51 for you and 50 points for me.
Oh, okay.
So the points are pretty close. It's about half of what we normally play at. We normally play at 100, but some tournaments, if you go around, they vary. 100 points is kind of a agreed upon normal, but you might see a 120-point tournament. You might see a 90-point tournament. It's kind of up in the air. So you're not forced to always play at 100 points.
So we have no lucky cards.
We have no cards at all.
Oh, that's sad. How am I going to fail my lucky?
No, you just burn that point anyway. So what we're going to do is, since it's not a lot of points on the table, we're going to go through and try to highlight all of those parts of the how to play during the game. So we're going to take our time and show you how we do our move, how we do our rolls, so that you guys can kind of get an idea of how a game of Flames of War goes. And if you are new to the channel, and you're new because you came here and wanted to check out our how to play video, we have plenty of other battle reports on the channel, and if you really like Flames of War, check out our Patreon.
Yep.
Our Patreon is pretty cool. Every month patrons get access to a exclusive Flames of War battle report just for them, and we have quite a few.
I was going to say we have like 7?
6 or 7.
6 or 7
least,
now? Yeah. So lots of good stuff in there.
I think all of them are version 4 late war.
Yeah.
So
if you want, you could sign up for the Patreon, binge watch them, and then drop the Patreon.
You could.
Although we encourage you to stay.
You should stay though, if you like it. So it's pretty cool. Or you can just check out what we have on YouTube. We do have plenty of battle reports, Flames of War, as well as other things.
Yep.
All right. So what we're going to do is go over our armies next. I'll start with my American force. So my American force is built around a veteran M4 Sherman company.
Yep.
So I have an HQ of 2 Sherman M4s. I have a platoon of 3 Shermans M4s, and then a platoon of 3 Sherman 76s.
Okay.
Which are kind of the upgunned anti-tank version. Then in support of that formation, I have a unit of paratroopers. So
lots of elite stuff in there.
It's all of our armies are 4 up to hit. So
yeah.
So that's it. My core formation is only 8 tanks though. So compared to your force, my force is pretty brittle. I'm more mobile.
Yeah.
But you only need to destroy 3 or 4 tanks, and I'm testing if you destroy the right ones.
Yeah.
Which can be kind of scary.
Your force is much more of the attacker force, whereas mine looks like a defending force.
Well, with infantry, leg infantry, and anti-tank guns, yeah. All right, why don't you go over your force?
All right, so I've got 2 units of Panzer Grenadiers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Panzer Grenadiers. 3 Panzer IVs, and then 3 Pack 40.
2 Pack.
2 Pack 40s.
Yep.
So yeah, not the toughest unit. You just kill one and they're morale checking right away. But
Oh.
they're decent. They're all right. Normally I take them in units of 3 because of the whole morale situation. But yeah, so Panzer IV is a good tank. AT-11. It's no 76, but it's better than a Sherman. So
it's kind of in between the two.
Kind of in between, yeah. If you just like ignored stabilizers as a thing. I guess I'd put it on par with a Sherman, given that a Sherman does have stabilizers.
Well, yeah.
I would probably rate them equal, even though I'm 1 AT higher.
AT-11 is pretty big against front armor 6.
Yeah.
But the Sherman 76 does outclass the
For sure.
the
Yeah.
Panzer IV.
And then, yeah, but I've got, and the 2 units of infantry, they each have a Panzer Schreck and a Panzer Faust in the unit. And for those of you who don't know, who haven't collected Germans yet, when you buy a Panzer Faust, you get a new team, Panzer Schreck, sorry. When you buy a Panzer Schreck, you get a new team added into the unit, but when you buy a Panzer Faust, basically it's just added in there. It's not a team.
It's like an upgrade.
Yeah, it's like it's shuffling around the unit. So whoever needs it gets it, basically.
Yeah, so basically you get one shot with the Panzerfaust per turn, but it could come from any stand.
Exactly.
So it's like some kind of action hero movie where they're tossing the Panzerfaust.
It reminds
back
me
and
of
forth.
Pirates of the Caribbean, when Elizabeth Swann and those two other dudes are running through the forest, and they're like, sword! And they're throwing the sword to each other.
There you go.
It's like that.
Exactly.
Exactly like that.
So what's in your core formation? Do you know?
I'm assuming it involves the 2 units of infantry and maybe the Pack 40s.
Yeah, exactly. And then outside your support is your Panzer Force.
Yeah.
So, like we said earlier, your formation can be a lot harder to break.
Yeah, just purely for the fact that they're infantry and you have no artillery. So I am definitely the safer one as far as breaking goes.
But I do have artillery.
What's your artillery?
I have one 60mm mortar in my U.S. paraplatoon.
Can he drop a bombardment?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's lame.
But it's re-rolling successful hits. And
Still, though, that means I can't bunch up everybody.
So,
It's freaking Americans.
I do have...
I hate...
What? Wow.
Not like that.
You heard that here.
In the game, I hate them.
Any kind of political aspirations have just crashed.
I don't want to beat the Germans.
All right, so there you go, guys. We're going to come back, show you the table, and get this party started. All right, the forces are down. The battle is ready to begin.
Yep.
So we went with mission number 1, Annihilation. I will say it's probably the most boring mission, but there are no objectives. It's just trying to kill each other.
Yeah, with such small armies, the other missions wouldn't really work very well, and there was a chance that one of us could just kind of walk over and get it really easily, or easily break the company with only some reserves being on and whatnot.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. So, basically, there's no objective to capture. The way you win is by breaking the other person.
Yeah.
I will break you.
You will try.
And then, deployment-wise, we're playing on our bocage table. This mat comes from Frontline Gaming, I believe. Yeah, this is a Frontline Gaming mat. I really like this mat. A lot of people have good comments about it, and some people complain about it. They find like the roads are too hard or the paths. So I just tend to put my own roads down, and I figure these are just like walking paths or animal paths or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're not really doing anything, except I like to use them as outlines for our woods.
Yeah.
So we got woods there, woods there, woods there, some woods over here. So that way we don't have to put out our wood template, and it kind of looks cool, and it gives us a very defined edge of what is wood and what isn't. And that saves on arguments down the road. We also have rock walls, which Jake and I agree with, going with the rulebook interpretation, so it's low terrain and it is bulletproof cover if you were up against it.
Yep.
And there's a rock wall there, there's a rock wall over there. These hedges are tall, and they also provide bulletproof cover if you're up against it from shots coming from the other side, which is good. What other terrain do we have on here?
Building, I guess.
Oh yeah, we have a couple of buildings.
Probably won't use them, but
These are very tiny buildings. You probably only fit one stand in each of those, but there are buildings, and buildings provide bulletproof cover to infantry. Mm-hmm. And then we have a field which does nothing. It's just flat terrain, but it does, if you dash over it, you have to use your terrain dash. We are playing a truncated table. We're only playing 5 feet instead of 6 feet because our armies are so small.
yeah, we really don't need. We're not going to be fighting this space and that space anyway, so we cut it down.
Yeah, it's not enough forces to have like 2 objectives, and then if Jake was defending and put half of his army there, I would just go after the weaker of the 2 halves.
Yeah, and it would be pretty lame. So we're gonna have a meat grinder.
yeah. All right, so we rolled off to see who the attacker was. I won that roll, so I picked my table side, and I deployed the first unit.
Yeah.
And almost all missions are the same way when they're that way. You roll, the person who picks usually deploy something first, and that's kind of like deploying first is giving info to your enemy. So
Yeah.
you get the advantage of the table side, which is usually great.
Yeah.
But you
normally
do
what
have
you
that
want.
negative. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so next we're going to roll to see who gets the first turn. Because this is a meeting engagement, we don't know who's going to get the first turn when we're setting up our armies.
I feel like you should get it. You have all the tanks.
I should, but I might not. But before we do that, let's describe our deployment. So for me, my formation, I have my HQ of 2 Shermans right here. I have 3 of my regular Shermans. I have 3 of my Sherman 76s over here. And then my para-platoon is kind of dug in right here. Over on your end, Jake, why don't you go over your deployment?
Yeah, so I have my company commander and assistant to the company commander right in the middle. I've got my Pack 40s on either side. They were the first thing I deployed, second thing, basically just to scare your tanks away. I've got an infantry unit on either side of the guns, ready to defend them and potentially move up the board.
Yep.
And then I've hid my Panzer IVs over in this corner. Basically, I was the last one to put them down. I saw where your 76s were and your Shermans, and I know I'm safe behind these woods for now, so that's just kind of where I put them. And I have to be very careful with my tanks, just because I only have 3 to your 8, so I have to use them wisely.
And we will say, though, your infantry, though, are very deadly to my tanks. With
They are.
a Panzerfaust and a Panzer Schreck.
Yeah, they
could be. They could be.
Yeah, but typically you're not going to be silly enough to drive into them while those guns are still there.
Let's hope not. Okay, so next, now let's do the roll-off. So the winner is going to get the first turn.
Okay.
No ifs, ands, or ors about it. So you have the first turn, sir.
Curses.
German, turn 1. Somewhere in Normandy, France. Somewhere in Normandy, France, as the Allies push forward, the Germans are on the move. What have you done in the movement phase, Jake?
I have pushed forward the Pack 40s a whopping 2 inches.
Nice.
That's their tactical. But one of the reasons I did that is because now I am within range of 76s.
Yeah, he was just at a range of him
Yep.
on deployment. So by moving 2 inches forward, you got... This is really the only one you can see.
Yeah.
But he's in range now.
It's just going to be a pot shot, but we'll see. And then I've got my platoon off to the right here. They're staying 2 inches off of this forest because you have a lot of machine gun fire. That is what your army is very good at right now. So I'm scared of them. I've moved over the platoon on the left, basically in front of the guns, around the tanks. That is the bonus of getting the first turn when you at least have infantry, is you do typically have a moment to get out there first to kind of expand your deployment.
So for that platoon over here, where is the platoon commander?
Platoon leader's right in the middle, so he's within range of his
hiding
buddies.
right there.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys behind this hedgerow too.
And basically, everyone needs to be within 6 of him, or else they're out of command and they won't perform as well.
Correct.
Theoretically.
Oh, and I forgot to move my company commander to IC, so I will do that right now.
All right. Well, we'll see. So you're moving them.
Yes.
They have a tactical speed of up to 8 inches.
Yes. Which.
And Jake's company commander ends up right there.
And the 2 ICs back here.
So the only guy in foxholes is your 2IC.
Well, he moved,
Oh, he moved as well.
so nobody is.
Okay. Sounds good. And then let's go straight to the shooting phase, shall we?
Yes. I have 1 shot.
All right.
That's 76.
Can you make it count? So it's going to be really hard to hit.
Yeah.
So, shooting, first thing you do is you check range. We already did off camera. So, your maximum range of your 7.5 centimeter gun is 32. He is like 31 inches away from you
Yeah.
now. Something like that.
We're at max range.
So, you're at long range. So, my base to hit is 4. It's going to be a 5 because of long range. A 6 because I'm concealed. You're shooting over
This brick wall.
walls. You might not see. You may probably see all of the tank, but the brick
And
wall.
the building doesn't do anything for you anyway.
And buildings do. It's the wood set.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So that takes it to a 6 for concealment, and then 7 for gone to ground because they have not moved or shot.
Yep.
Tanks can get the bonus for gone to ground if they are also concealed. If they were just parked out in an open field, they could never get gone to ground.
Yeah,
Even
and
if,
it is because of the wall. Because I looked and I can see the only thing I can't see of your tank is like the left fender.
yeah, and you just have to see more than half.
Exactly.
So you're going to need a 7. 4 base, 5 for range, 6 for concealed, 7 for gone to ground. The way you roll a 7 in Flames of War is you need to roll a 6, followed by a 5 or 6.
Yep.
Let's see it.
Nope.
Yeah, okay. So that shot whizzes over my tank's head, and I now know where you are.
And the battle begins.
Yep. All right, on to American turn 1. All right, the American movement phase is complete. Do you want to know what I did?
Sure.
Okay.
Even though I was here for it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Even though.
All right, starting with my 76s, he stayed put because I want him to get full rate of fire, not dinged for stabilizers.
Yeah.
And then the other two Sherman 76s moved out. With that brick wall in front of me, I'm going to get cover regardless, but I want to take out that Pack 40 before the Panzer IVs get into play. And then I also brought my HQ over in case I do get losses and I'm under strength. I've got a command, my formation commander here to give me a reroll.
Yeah.
So it's always something to think about where you want, because that's a very powerful rule. The formation, reroll your bad spirits rolls and all that stuff.
Yeah. If you've seen any of the other battle reports we play, we typically put like our company commander down and then make sure each platoon leader is within 6 inches of that company commander, because it's so powerful to have his rerolls.
It's very powerful. All right, over here I pushed my airborne forward. Next turn, either you can assault me or I can assault you. And I used dash speed, so 18 inches, to bring these Shermans over here to my far left flank, giving you something to worry about. Theoretically, you could crush my paras, but with the Shermans over there, you're probably not going to want to assault.
I'm good.
Because the Shermans are so close, their machine guns could overwatch any assault.
Yeah.
All right, and so that's kind of my thought here. Flanking, doing some damage. That's my hope. Let's see what happens in the shooting phase.
All right.
Okay, so I've got 6 shots coming from my Sherman 76 platoon. So in the shooting phase, that's what I'm doing. I'm saying my Sherman 76s are going to shoot. Each tank theoretically could shoot at a different target if I wanted to. I could say that gun, that infantry team if he's within 2. But all of them are going to fire at your Pack 40.
Yeah.
Okay. So now I need to determine my 2 hits. So he didn't move, so I don't have to use stabilizers. So the only modifiers to the shooting are going to be your hit on 4s, 5s for range, 6 for... are you concealed?
Brick wall.
Brick wall. So 6 for... and then that's it.
The same reason you were concealed.
And then these guys have all the same modifiers, range and concealed, but they're also using their stabilizers, which is a special American rule that lets them fire their gun basically at a higher rate of fire, but it's harder to hit. So they're going to need 7s.
It's hands down the best rule that the Americans have.
It's a great rule. Not so much when you need 7s, but still better than nothing.
Yep.
All right, so we're looking for 6s here. And we got 1 6 so far. And then we're looking for 6s or 7s here. So 6s followed by a 5 or a 6. So we got another 6. Let's see if we can convert that hit into a 7. So let's see a 5 or 6. No, always a 4. So we got 1 hit. If you have more than 1 hit, you could splash out theoretically, but I only got 1 hit there, so it has to go on the Pack 40. Jake's save is, do you know what your save is with the Pack 40?
3+.
3+.
Yeah.
So on a 3+, you bounce the shot.
Yeah. Well, or you just miss. It's probably more
No, I hit.
likely.
So
I don't think this is bouncing anything from a 76. So
okay,
we're good.
You're good. And they are done.
So that is the powerful thing about infantry and gun teams is most gun teams are a 3+ now,
Yeah.
and you just kind of deflect the shot. So sometimes tanks are easier to kill than gun teams are.
With a higher anti-tank, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so next up, these 2 tanks are going to fire smoke at that infantry team.
Okay.
All right, so normally you're hit on 4s, 5s for range, 6 for the wall, and 7 for stabilizer. So he's going to need 7s. He, however, is within short range, so he's only going to need 6s.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see if we can get some 6s here. Nope, 2 4s won't cut it. And let's see if we can get some 7s. Nope. We got to add it up to a 6. All right, so we're off to a good start, Americans. We're off to a good start. And then this guy's going to fire 1 shot at that guy who's touching the hedgerow. I'm going to need 4s, your hit on 4s base, 5s because you are concealed up against the rock wall.
Yep.
And that's it. Pew. Hey, we got a hit. So you make a save,
Yep.
which is a 3+ for infantry,
Yes.
and you're fine. If you had failed, I would have needed to roll a 6 to actually pick you off because of the bulletproof cover provided by the hedge, and I would have had to make a firepower.
Yep.
Rifles have a firepower of 6+. All right, and with that, the Americans are done. So on to German turn 2. All right, start of German turn. In your starting step, you don't have anything to do. No one's pinned down. None of that stuff.
No.
So you are going to try to dig in some guys, though.
Yes, because it is the movement phase, which is where you dig in.
Okay.
So this unit on my right side.
You're going to need a what? A
3+.
3+, which is
Yes.
your skill.
Yes.
So digging in is a skill test. All right. So those guys over there on your right, they dig in.
Which we do, which is good, because there's a lot of machine guns over here.
There are. If they had failed, you might have been in a little trouble.
Yeah, so now this unit is dug in and gone to ground.
Yes.
Good for them.
So normally you would put tokens by that. We'll do that after you're all done.
Yeah.
Okay. And then someone else digging in?
Yes, this unit on my left flank here.
Okay.
They are going to try to dig in as well.
All
In
right.
fact, you know what? Beforehand, I'm going to try to blitz. I only want to really move my commander just to over here. That way, we're within command of this unit as well for rerolls and whatnot.
Okay.
If I fail with them, I can still roll to dig in, because if you fail a blitz, it doesn't count as moving, but you suffer certain restrictions afterwards.
Yeah, it's harder to shoot.
Exactly, but there's nothing for me to shoot over here, so it's kind of like a why not situation.
Okay. So I think you do it on a 3-up.
Yeah.
So you can
So
successfully
we do,
blitz.
which I'm just gonna move that guy there basically, and
Now,
I'll
is that
shuffle
your
some.
dig in roll?
Yeah, so now I'm gonna try to dig in.
A 3-up for that as well.
Woohoo.
And you're good.
We're good. All right. Next up, we are going to try to dig in the command.
Okay, those two command teams.
Exactly. Which they do.
Again.
Good. And then lastly, we'll try to dig in the Pack 40s.
Okay.
The reason we're digging them in is because that one mortar that you have over there. Mortars are really good at undigging things.
Digging things out.
Yes, that's what I meant.
Undigging.
Undigging. So at least I'll have some sort of protection. You at least have to make a firepower, whereas before if I just failed them, I saved you, just kill me.
Yeah.
So I'm going to attempt to dig in.
Although I think you'd get to re-roll your saves with just one gun.
Although I have to look at my skill, so we'll come back, because I'm not
Okay.
sure what it is to roll for this.
Okay. All right. 3-up is what you need.
Yep, 3-up to dig in the guns, which we fail. So when you fail to dig in, you still take the penalty you would for
Yeah.
shooting if you successfully made it, but at minimum you get to be gone to ground, which, as long as I'm concealed from some shot, then I will get my gone to ground bonus, which is good.
Yeah, and so if you choose not to shoot, they'll be gone to ground,
Correct.
which could theoretically help them in the shooting phase.
Yeah.
Okay, and then you have your Panzer IVs if you're going to move them.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to blitz
Oh,
my
interesting.
Panzer IVs.
I think it is also a 3-up for
Yes.
them.
Which
And
we
they
do.
Okay.
My Panzer IV is making a cross check into the woods,
Okay.
so we
And
need a 3+
a 3-up.
on the Panzer IV, which we
You're
do.
good. All right. And basically, you can move your full tactical speed into that wood, but I think you're doing that too.
Well, I can only move my blitz speed because it was a blitz.
Oh yeah, you blitz.
Because I want to still shoot you at full rate of fire.
Gotcha. All right, and Jake's Panzer IVs have finished moving, so on to the German shooting phase.
Yeah.
All right, Jake's going to start with his Panzer IVs. You want to kind of walk us through your shooting step?
Yeah, so because they successfully blitzed, they get to shoot at full rate of fire, which is cool. Which is how I really wanted to engage tanks that outnumber me. So basically what we've done, and for those of you who don't know, this tank has a shot at this 76. Just right through here, you can see it better with the laser.
Yep.
That's what I also recommend, by the way. Lasers are super helpful. I think we've used it every game, and it's...
For not just Flames of War.
Well, that's
we use
it,
it for
yeah.
all games.
Yeah, helps a lot. Okay, yeah, so here we go. So basically what we're going to do
2 shots from him. He is aiming at this guy.
Okay.
So that is his target. And then for these 2 over here, it doesn't really matter because I can see a lot more tanks now. So I'm going to aim for the company commander, and because I'm aiming at the company commander, I can kind of splash out from there if I get enough hits.
Yeah.
So we're going to shoot 4 shots.
And the reason why he can shoot is you were within 2 inches of the edge of the woods.
Correct. Yeah, and I passed my bog check to actually drive through it.
Yeah.
So.
Cross check.
Yes.
Bog check's an old version.
It's
thing.
just burned into my brain.
It is. For years and years and years, it was
Yeah.
called a bog check.
Yeah.
But if you failed it, you were like out of your tank for
You
turns
were
and turns
bailed
and turns.
out, and it was just a terrible
It was
situation.
so scary. All right, so you got 2 shots coming in at him, 4 shots coming in on him.
Correct.
I'm hit on 4s, regardless. I think everyone's at long range.
I would think so, but let's measure just in case. Yes, so we
Okay.
are all at long range.
So 4s go to 5s for everybody.
Yep.
And then 6s for concealment from brick walls or what have you.
Correct.
Or rock walls. And then that's it. I've not gone to ground because I moved and shot last turn.
Yeah.
So you're just looking for a bunch of 6s.
Correct.
So in theory, you should be able to nab 1 here.
That'd be nice. So
Okay.
let's do the 76 on his own over here.
Okay, let's see some 6s. And you got
There's
1.
1. Good start.
Okay.
Okay, and then 4 over here. Give me 1 more 6. Oop. Drop die there.
And for us, drop dice don't count.
Yeah.
So we just
Which is a
reroll.
shame.
In this case, it would be.
So
Okay.
lots of 5s.
Now, normally I would have the option to try to swap hits. So from this guy to another guy, if I wanted to, that was within distance, command distance.
Yeah.
But I think he only can see him.
Correct.
So I can't swap it to a tank he can't see because there's no way he could
It
have
doesn't
hit him.
magically go through hedges and
Right,
stuff.
right. So your Panzer IV main gun has an anti-tank of 11.
Mm-hmm.
My front armor is 7.
Yeah, 76s are awesome.
They are, but because it's long range, my armor gets even better. It goes to an 8.
Yep.
Ha! Didn't see that coming, did you?
know
Well,
the
yeah, you
rules.
do. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll a die. I'm going to add it to my armor of 8, and if I get more than 11, I'm safe. It bounces off me. If I get 11, you have a chance to bail me out, and if I get under 11, you're going to blow me up.
Yep.
All right.
So roll low.
So let's roll high, America. Okay.
Yeah, excellent.
So my 8 goes to a 10, which is still less than your 11.
Yep.
So you get to make a firepower roll to blow up my tank.
So all I need is a 3+.
So your gun's a 3 plus firepower.
I fail a lot of firepowers.
So let's see if you get that.
If I could kill a 76, it's a big deal, because 76s are scary tanks.
They are.
So here we go.
Hey, you
Yes.
killed him. All right, and because of this platoon, he's the platoon commander. He could jump theoretically to either tank
Yep, for free. He
for
just,
free.
He just
There's
does
no
it.
test or anything.
Yeah.
Representing someone else taking over the platoon. And my tank goes boom. I hope you're proud of yourself.
Yes.
All right, and with that, that concludes German turn 2.
Yeah, so pretty successful. Any turn I can kill a 76 is a win. And now you're out of command, which I'm sure we'll talk about later.
Yes. Well, not yet. But we can talk about that.
Yeah.
All right, so Jake's going to try something fun here. So a German special rule.
Yeah, they have Stormtrooper, which used to be way better in the older versions. Now, I think this is the first time I've used it in probably a dozen games, because it's just not a very good rule anymore.
Well, it's hard to use.
It's hard to use successfully, and yeah, I just have happened to got this far in the process. But
And
basically,
it's hard to use on the offense, too.
Yeah, basically you can just do another order. So I want to shoot and scoot, because a blitz does not count as moving, and the only way you can shoot and scoot is if you didn't move in your previous phase.
Right.
So very specific set of circumstances that this has to work. So yeah, here we go. So basically I have to pass a skill check again.
All right, let's see
So
another 3 up.
A 3+.
You
which
do.
We do.
Okay.
Which is awesome for me. So I want to take a bog check with this guy now.
Cross check.
Yep.
Okay.
3+.
He
So,
does.
which is good. So now I can move 4 inches again, which is very powerful because I basically just killed a tank for free.
You pop out, you take your shot,
And then you pop back in.
then you run away.
You just have to get through a lot of rolls, and your guys have to be high skill in order to maybe accomplish something like
Yeah.
this.
Which the Germans usually are with a 3-up skill. They're going to be successful more often than not, but it's still very risky.
Yeah, very.
All right, and it doesn't hurt to scoot and shooting. Who cares if you fail it because there's no penalty.
Yeah.
Except
so
your tanks would be out in the
As long as you
open.
didn't move in that turn, that's
Yeah.
the only stipulation. So yeah.
Okay. All right. So on to American turn 2. All right. American movement phase is done.
Yep.
I kept these guys here. They're going to go to ground. He zipped around here, so he's within command, but kind of hiding from your anti-tank guns. Over here, I'm still pushing my left flank, so my paratroopers are in range for a potential assault this
Yeah.
round. And I also brought up my Shermans to provide some machine gun fire. So we are going to go ahead and make some. Okay, first up in the shooting phase, those Shermans are going to fire on that infantry team right there. You're going to be hit on 6s, 4s normally, 5s because you're concealed, 6 because you're gone to ground. You didn't move or shoot last turn.
Yeah.
You just dug in like a coward. So my Shermans have 2 different types of machine guns they can fire, which makes it a little bit more complicated, but it's not bad. Basically, I have 50 caliber machine guns and I have 30 caliber machine guns, or just regular MGs on the card.
Yeah.
The difference and why it's important that we roll them separate is the 50 cal is much better. It has a 5+ firepower versus a regular machine gun's 6+ firepower.
Yeah.
So like double the chance of shooting you out of your foxhole. All right, so I need 6s. We're going to roll the 50 cals first,
Do
Jake.
you want to explain how you get that number of shots though between each gun?
Oh, well, I have a platoon of 3. Each
Yep.
one has 2 shots of 50 cal, so that's 6 50 cal shots, and the same thing with the other guns. All right, so let's do our worst, shall we? Some 6s. Look at all those 5s. Why couldn't you have been trained? And then the 30 cals. We got 1 hit with the 30 cal. So you need a 3-up save.
All right, who are you gonna put it on?
So that has to be on him. No one else.
Because
is
you were
within
aiming at
6.
him, right? Yeah. So save for him. So he fails the save.
All right, so now I go to a firepower test because you were dug in.
Yep.
If you weren't dug in, if you'd failed your dig-in roll, he would just be dead.
Correct.
Because he'd be there with a shovel, like, all surprised.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Let's see a 6. And we got a 6.
Oh, nice.
Of course, that kills their assault target, but that's okay.
That's probably good for you, honestly.
All right, so that is it with shooting over here. I don't think I'm going to shoot. Well, let me see. I might. All right, my para platoon's going to go next. I'm going to drop a 60mm mortar bombardment somewhere right around here so that I cover the Pac 40 and a couple of those infantry teams, Jake.
Yeah.
So normally you use your skill to range in, which is a 3+ for these guys. However, the template, if you want to put that template there just real quick to show, since the template's going to be covering terrain, in this case the tall hedgerows, that's 1 harder to range in. So I need a 4. With artillery you get 3 attempts though. So let's see, here is the first attempt, 4 up. We got a 6. So we're ranged in, and that covers how many teams, Jake?
4 teams.
Okay, including the Pac 40. All right, so there is no time on target for the
Yeah, not for that guy. He doesn't have that rule.
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'm just going to roll. So I'm going to re-roll my successful hits.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to throw 2 dice, and if either one of those dice is a failure, your team is safe.
It's our faster way.
It's our faster way of doing it. So so that guy that Jake's pointing at, we rolled a 1, so that failed. The Pac 40, this is the one I really want to hit.
Yeah.
And we fail again with a 2. That team there. We fail again. Come on, guys.
And the last one.
Hey, we got him.
Nice.
All right, so a 3-up save for him, Jake.
Here we go. Which we fail.
And then I'll double check the firepower, but we'll roll it.
I think it's a 4+ at worst. It's definitely a 5+.
So that mortar goes ahead and kills that guy.
Yeah.
So 1 team is dead, and that unit of Panzer Grenadiers is now pinned down.
Yep.
All right, and then...
And it's important to note, because you just did it, you made a little fumble off camera, but the Pac 40 is not pinned because he was not actually hit by any die in the bombardment. He was under it, but he didn't get hit.
Yeah. All right, over here I've got 3 rifle team shots, it looks like, at your infantry. So we're just going to go ahead and take them. Actually, we're not, because we don't want to kill that guy. We want to charge him. and 3 shots is not enough to pin you down.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so over here, I don't think I'm going to waste gone to ground by just trying to shoot at that infantry team over there. So I think they're just going to stay put and go to ground. So that's it for my shooting phase.
Okay.
Now on to assault. So assault is probably the most complicated rule in Flames of War.
Yeah, and it changed a lot from the previous version, so even we get it wrong from time to time.
So, but basically what it means is I declare a unit that's going to charge, my paras, and I don't have to declare a unit I'm charging, I just have to move my guys into contact.
Yeah.
I could move one guy, or I could move any guy that can get within base contact moving 4 inches, so a 4-inch charge move.
Yeah.
So I have to be careful in how you do this because I want to minimize your defensive fire that's going to come at me.
Correct.
So I'll go off camera so I can figure out where I'm going to go, and then we'll show you. All right, so I moved these 2 stands, an infantry team and a bazooka team, into base contact with that guy.
Yeah.
So you're going to do defensive fire now. So everyone who's got a shot's going to take it, which we figured off camera is going to be 6, 7 shots, right?
Yeah, 3, and then 1 for the Panzerschreck.
Okay, so normally I'm hit on 4s, 5s because we're buried deep in the woods. Jake pulled off all the trees so we could see it, but
Yeah, I left 1 so you would know it's still
we
woods.
know it's still woods. So you're looking for 5 hits to repel the assault.
Yep, out of 7 dice.
Out of 7 dice, needing 5s, you're probably not going to do that.
Probably not.
But you could still get lucky and kill my guys.
I could just kill both of them.
So
And then in which case it is over then.
it's
as well.
over, so
yeah.
it works. All right, so let's see how many
But I'm
5s you
gonna
can
pin
get.
you, so it's okay.
Oh, confidence.
Well, I hit you 3 times.
All right, so you assign your hits.
So I want to put 2 on this guy and 1 on this
The
guy.
bazooka team.
And the reason for that too is because he actually hits worse in combat.
And
Because he has a
assault,
small
yeah.
base. Yeah.
All right. Well, he just is. Really, it's because he has a heavy weapon.
Well, yeah.
Like he is not worse in close combat,
Yeah.
even though he's a small base. All right, so the guy with 2 hits. I need 2 3-ups. I've been rolling these terribly all game, so hey, he survives. And the bazooka on a 3-up. He survives as well.
It's because you prefaced it with "I've been rolling 2."
I know.
That's always when you roll well.
Oh, I need to do that more often. All right, so your defensive fire hits are now gone.
Yep.
So you took your shot.
Yes.
And my guys bravely charged through the bullets, snapping through the trees, and now I get to assault you.
Yep.
So paras are pretty good at assault. They hit on a 3+.
They are.
Actually, you hit on a 3+ too. You guys are pretty good.
Yeah.
So basically, I'm going to get an attack from him and an attack from him. If I'm in base contact of someone who's in base contact with you, he can add his swing.
Correct.
So we're looking for 3 or higher to hit your team. So we got the 1 hit we need. And I should have rolled those separately
Yes.
because
you
the
should have.
bazooka was a -1, but even if this was the bazooka die, it still would have
Yeah.
killed you. So because they scored a hit, I could pick anyone that's in base contact to me to assign the hit. There's only 1 guy, and there's automatic death. There is no save.
It's the easiest
He's
way to
just
kill
gone.
someone.
Particularly infantry teams.
Yeah.
So basically, they run in, they slaughter those Germans in their foxholes, and now it's your turn to come back if you so choose,
Yep.
or you can fall back. So if you want to counterattack, you make a roll anyway. Hopefully you make it, and you could come back in, or you can fall back. So what do you want to do?
I choose to run away.
Okay, well, so basically now, Jake needs to make sure his infantry squad gets, or platoon gets 6 inches away from me.
Yep.
Anyone who's not within 6 inches is counted as destroyed. They just don't get away in time.
Correct. Yeah.
You can't move farther than 6 inches away. I mean, you can, but you can't like run 10 inches willy-nilly. You move the minimum to get out of 6 inches from the team. And it's anyone in this platoon.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it would be also just worth noting any one unit. It doesn't have to just be my infantry unit. So like if I lost the assault here and I had like artillery over here, I would have to pull them out as well.
You would. Because anyone within 8 of the assault is technically in the assault.
Yes.
Okay, so, and then once Jake's done moving everyone outside of 6, I can consolidate my forces 4 inches in any direction. And the whole platoon can do that, not just those 2 guys that assaulted. And then my guys fell back 4 inches, and my unit is pinned down because it was in an assault, and your infantry unit is pinned down as well because it was in an assault.
Yep.
And with that, the assault phase is over, the turn is over, and we're going over to German turn 3. Alright, you killed one of my Sherman 76s, I killed a couple of your infantry stands.
Yeah, there's 3 gone total.
So, well, 3? Oh yeah.
Yep.
But not from that platoon. That platoon lost
Correct.
2, right?
That's why I said total.
Total. And that platoon lost 1.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so now at the German starting step, you've got some unpinning to do.
Correct.
You've got 2 units that are pinned.
Yep, so this unit first.
So you're going to use a motivation, which is, I think, 4 up for your
I
guys?
believe it's 4 up, but let
Yeah.
me double check so I'm not wrong.
Okay.
It is a 4 up.
All right.
Yeah, so 4 plus to unpin the unit. We do.
They're unpinned.
And then 4 up plus to unpin this other unit. We don't, but my company commander is within 6 inches of the platoon commander.
Yep.
So we will reroll it. And we still failed it.
All right, so the important guys, though, are unpinned.
Yeah.
If you want to come back and assault me.
Yeah, which I don't. Because there's...
Oh, come on.
Not only does your own unit have lots of shots anyway, but they are also very scary. Yeah, so on to movement.
Okay. All right, start of the movement phase.
I'm digging in the infantry. Basically, the guys with the dice beside them are still dug in from the previous
They never
turn.
moved.
Correct, yeah. So that's the only kind of weird, painstaking thing is sometimes when assaults happen like that, keep track of your guys who are dug in, just in case I fail it right now. I at least have 2 guys that are dug in.
And Battlefront and other companies make dug-in counters. Some
Yeah.
are actually, like, sculpted.
Yeah, they like just slide on you, which is pretty cool.
They look fantastic. They're a little bit harder on exact gameplay.
Yeah.
Another thing is you've got plenty of foxhole counters in your tin. You could put foxholes by the guys.
Yeah, I just happen to be using a lot of mine.
Yeah.
So.
All right, so let's see that 3-up dig-in roll, shall we?
Yeah, here we go.
No,
So
they're
we
not
don't.
dug in.
So I am gone to ground at least, but not.
Yeah,
digging
if they
in
don't
is-
shoot, they're gone to ground, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because gone to ground doesn't happen until the end of the shooting phase, where if they haven't shoot, then they get the gone to ground status.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool. All right, so we'll let you think about your move, and we'll come back when you're done. All right, Jake's going to try his shenanigans again.
Yeah, blitz this unit.
All right, let's see a 3-up blitz.
We do.
Okay.
We'll try to drive through the hedge again.
Let's see a 3-up cross check.
We do.
We do.
I'm really tempting fate over here with all these rolls.
All right, and they end up there.
Yeah, so we can just go right on to shooting from here.
Okay.
So, same thing as before. I successfully blitzed, so I'm going to shoot you.
Okay.
You went gone to ground with these 3 tanks.
Yep.
However, I can see this guy. So
Alright.
I'm going to target him, so I don't have to suffer the gone to ground penalties.
Okay.
So yeah, all 3 of my tanks can see him. He can only see him, so I'm going to roll him separately.
Okay.
And these 2 can see the other 76 as well.
All right, so long range, concealed. So you're going to need 6s to hit.
Correct.
All right, so you're going to roll the 4 that could hit either guy.
Yeah, can hit.
But you're targeting him.
Exactly.
Okay. And you got one hit.
Good so
Okay.
far.
So I'll put one of my dice by my tank to let me know I need to take a save throw in a moment.
Yep, and then this other guy, 6s for him, which we don't get.
All right, so let's see if I can make my armor save this time.
Yeah.
My 7 goes to an 8. You're an anti-tank 11. So if I roll a 3, I equal a 4 or higher, and I bounce.
Yep. It's okay. You're not totally gone yet. Because if I fail this, you will most likely get back in your tank.
All right, a 3-up. Let's see a 3-up firepower test to blow him up.
3+. Ah.
He's bailed out.
So the reason that's so significant is because you are a, what, 3+ to get back in, normally?
I think I'm a 3+ with protected ammo.
Yeah, so not
special.
only is 3+ fairly easy, but you also have your company commander, so it's a rerollable 3+.
Yeah.
So when your company commander follows around your tanks, bailed out almost means nothing. We
Yeah.
have failed it very rarely.
You say that, now I'm going to fail it.
We can only hope.
All right, so is that all you're shooting?
Yeah, so I'm going to shoot and scoot again.
So you're going to try to use the Stormtrooper special
Again,
roll twice.
in one. That'll be the first time ever.
All
for
right,
sure.
twice in one game.
Yeah.
Let's see that 3-up.
Which we do.
Okay.
I'm going to try to drive through the woods.
Let's see another 3-up.
Which we do.
Ugh,
This is ridiculous.
All right, we'll let you move back. And basically, they're just moving back to their positions. You should have like dug a rut, coming back and forth.
You would
already.
think, so I could do it easier.
Just do it easier. All right, so that's it for German turn 3.
Yep.
All right, Jake's gonna try to dig in his pack 40s. We forgot about it in the movement step.
Yeah, they're the only ones who failed last time, so I forgot that they weren't.
But
this
we
time.
play nice, so of course you can still dig them in.
Yeah, here we go. So they
Yeah,
do.
they dig in.
Good for them.
Good for them. All right, now it's American turn 3. All right, start of my turn. So I'm starting step. I'm going to try to unpin here. We're going to start with unpinning. They're paratroopers. They do it on a 3+. Duh.
Good job, paratroopers.
Okay, so they stay pinned, which means they cannot move towards you.
And more importantly, they can't bombard me.
They can't bombard you, and they shoot at their moving rate of fire. All right, we're going to try to get back into my tank on a 3+. Okay, the company commander is there.
Man. This will be awesome for several reasons.
Hey,
Dang
he
it.
makes it. Okay.
So, for the folks back home, if you failed that, you would have actually had to take a morale check because he would be on his own.
Yeah.
Which you would have got to reroll that one as well, but still, the chance of just a 76's driving away is amazing.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
But, sorry.
That is why the commander is powerful. See?
He
Failed
is.
it, passed it.
With the reroll.
Yes.
It was the reroll that caused it.
Exactly.
All right, so we're going to see if we can make you pay it all
All right.
this turn. Okay. All right, these guys are going to try to dig in. Since they failed, they might as well use their time wisely.
Yep.
And we'll see if they can dig in on a 3+. They do dig in, so I'll put a dug in marker next to them.
And you're gone to ground.
And I'll be gone to ground if I don't shoot. Right.
Correct.
And then I did move my Shermans over a little bit. I want to take out that Panzer Shrek
Yes.
because he is very deadly to my tanks.
Yes.
And he failed to dig in, so there's no saving. There's no firepower test if I manage to.
You just got to hit him.
I just have to hit him, and you still have to fail your save. You're still pretty good. I mean, infantry are 3-up saves like Space Marines. They're
Honestly,
pretty
you probably should kill him, given how many shots come out of these guys, but yeah.
good. We'll see. We'll see. And then these guys are going to stay put. He's going to ground to make your shot next turn harder. But I thought about bringing them around here, but if I bring these guys over here, there's nothing pinning those guys in place. They could just drive over here.
Or maybe they need their company commander, though.
Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. All right. So that's it for movement. I'm just going to go straight to shooting. It's going to be 6 50 cal machine gun shots first, and then 6 regular machine gun shots at that one team right there.
Yep.
In the corner. So he's in the woods. Here we go. Let's see some 6s. And we got one with the 50 cal. And actually, I could roll all of these together because there's no firepower test needed.
Well, you should keep them separate just because he is a potential target.
Oh, okay.
And he is dug in.
Can they all see him?
No, not all of them.
Okay.
I would say 2 of them can.
All right. So these are the regular 30 cals. No hits. And then the 30 cals that can only see the guy in the woods. No. So 150 cal hit on that guy.
Yeah, which you would want on that guy anyway, so the firepower doesn't matter.
Yeah. So let's see a
so
3-up save.
Yeah, 3 up to save his life, and he doesn't, so he's just dead.
He's just dead.
I haven't
And
been
there's-
rolling infantry saves very well.
And there's no swapping the hit because he's not like a commander or anything like that.
Yeah, which is a shame. They should really give the commander the Panzer Shrek. That would,
Oh, that would be
super
that'd be-
helpful.
That would be helpful.
That's why I actually never take Panzer Shreks in games that we play together. Panzer Faust, you can't kill it. Like, it's always there.
Yeah,
until
you have to kill the whole unit.
Exactly. Whereas Panzer Shrek, you can just kill him and then it's done. So.
Yeah. Well, everyone has that. Like my bazooka teams are the same way. British.
Yeah, exactly. But like
Fiats.
for me, I'm just never gonna. Why would I ever buy him? Basically, I'd rather spend that point elsewhere.
Unless you knew that you were just facing tons and tons of armor and wanted to maximize it, but
Yeah,
otherwise,
but it's like all those points. Like for 5 points, I can get 2 88s. So
Yeah.
it's like every little point I could save up for 88s. I'd rather.
it's
have
better to do. All right. So with that, since those guys pinned down, that was really my offensive arm right here.
Yeah.
Can't do anything till they unpin. So we're gonna throw it back over to Jake and challenge him. See if those stupid Panzers can do the same thing.
I don't know if it's worth it on. It's gone to ground tanks now.
Well, we'll see. Okay, on to German turn 4. German starting step. Let's do some unpinning, shall we?
Unpin this unit from last turn. We don't, but the company commander, yet again.
So we're looking for a 4+.
Nope.
No, they did not like taking that artillery hit.
Good thing
apparently.
they're not important over there.
Wow.
That is why your artillery is so powerful.
You
in
just
that
hurt
unit.
their feelings.
All right, over here, dig in.
Those guys that want to dig in on a 3-up.
Yeah. Yay!
And they do this time. They saw what happened to the.
Of course, when the super nice gun is gone.
And then that's it for. So that pinned down marker goes. Oh no, they
They're
failed.
still
So,
there. Yeah.
so they're the only things that are pinned down, and that's the only things you need to do in your starting step.
Yeah.
So on to your movement phase. German movement phase is done. What happened?
Not a whole lot. I can't really do a whole lot, just because I can't really come back here to engage, just because you have so many machine gun shots over here that it would for sure fail. Over here, I don't even have the choice because they're pinned. With my tanks, 7s is not worth blitzing.
Now that everyone is gone to ground.
Exactly. Yeah, it was worth it when I could. I don't know. It was debatable, honestly, whether it was worth it if that when one guy was out, just given that it was 6s. But I still wanted to go for it. But
Well, 6 shots you should statistically get
Yeah.
1 hit. So
Yeah.
you were averaging
It happened.
average.
yeah. So, but now it's not worth it on 7s to risk my only 3 tanks that I have.
Okay.
But I do have another job. It's not really that decent of a one, given that you dug in and gone to ground over here.
Yep.
But I have some tanks that can shoot you down the road and a little bit into that forest too. So yeah, we're going to do those shots.
All right. So you're going to have to fire your main guns because your machine guns don't have the range.
Correct.
Each one, since they moved, you didn't blitz, they moved, is 1 shot each.
Yeah.
Normally I'm hit on 4s, 5s for range, 6 for concealment, 7 for gone to ground.
Yeah. And the reason I'm taking these 7s over those 7s is these guys can't hurt me, whereas those guys can.
Right, yeah.
So I've got 2 shots down this way. Basically, this one can see this guy in
Okay.
the street, and then this one can see the guys that are in the woods
Yep.
via the street.
So Jake is doing it the correct way. Another way you could do it as a friendly way would be like, just go ahead and roll your dice at such a odds of not hitting that if you do happen to get a hit, I'll let you pick whichever one you want that you can see.
Yeah.
That's a friendly way to do it too. But picking each target for each tank is the correct way to do it.
It is slower, but that is how you do it.
And that's how to avoid also confusions.
Yeah. Like at tournaments, especially people playing that you don't know, you just want to default to that.
Yeah.
And then, if you're friends, you just kind of go for it.
All right, so you get 3 shots looking for 7s.
2 shots.
Or just 2?
This guy doesn't have a shot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just 2. Okay.
So, yeah. So 2 shots. So 1 into the bazooka guy. We maybe hit, so we need a 5 or 6 now.
Yep.
So we do.
Oh, you hit him.
All right, and then the
After all that
guy
talk.
in the street needing a 6. No.
Okay, so I'm going to show off this rule. Hopefully I'll get to show it off. I'm going to try to swap. Or do I want to swap?
I don't know if
I don't
you
think
want
I want
to.
to swap. I'm going to leave the hit. So I could try to swap on a 3+ to another team.
Normally, you at default, you would just want to get them off the bazookas because you need them. But the fact that I only have 3 tanks on the opposite side of the map, you need the machine guns more than you need the bazooka round.
So I'm going to go ahead and take my save. 3-up save from my bazooka team.
Okay.
He's good.
All good. And that was my turn. Fantastic.
Very well, very well. Okay, on to American Turf 4. All right, starting step. Here we go. We're going to try to unpin the paratroopers.
All right.
Let's see a 3-up. All right,
Come on, man.
Company commander's driving over there this turn. So that's it. They remain pinned down. Okay, so let's go to movement. All right, American movement is over. You want to know what I did?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. These guys drove over here. They dashed, so they're not going to be shooting this turn.
Okay.
And those guys drove over their tactical speed, so they are going to be shooting. These guys dashed over here, so next turn, if they fail their morale again, I get the reroll.
That'd be nice.
It would be. And then we'll see. So I can't really push you offensively until these guys unpin.
Yeah.
So we're going to see if we can punk out that
Playing a risky game, man.
that pack
If
40.
he survives, he's gonna turn around and whoop you.
He's going to have to turn around, so it's just 1 shot.
Still, I'll take 1 Sherman.
All right, we're going to go ahead and fire the, let's see, I would need 4s, 5s, 6s. Am I within 16 of that pack?
Yeah, I would hope so. Oh yeah. Easily.
Okay, so 4s, 5s for concealment, 6s for... I think I might shoot 50 cals at you.
That would make sense.
So I only need 6s. The reason why I wouldn't shoot main guns is I need 7s because of stabilizers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do 6 50 cals and 6 30 cals into your pack 40s. So we're looking for 6s. These are the deadly 50 cals. We got 1 hit. And then we'll roll for some of the regular ones. We got 1 hit there.
Okay.
So I don't think the other guy is within 16.
Yeah, you can't see
So-
him. I guess you can see him. Well, it would depend on which... Oh, yeah, no, he's
None
not
of them
within
are?
16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet the other guy.
He can't even see him.
Yeah.
But yeah, these two can, so...
So it's just 2 saves. You want to roll them separate because one has a 5+ firepower and one has a 6+ firepower.
Yeah, so here's the 5+ firepower.
Okay, so 3-up save.
We're good.
Bounce it.
And then the normal 30 cal shot. Good.
That's good. Okay. Well, and with that, that's my turn. That's the only shooting I've got.
Okay.
Okay, on to German turn 5.
Yeah.
All right, so the Germans need to do unpinning.
Unpin for the 3rd turn in a row. I'm going to roll 2 dice because the company commander. That was the trick. You had to roll
Oh, it
2
was.
at once.
Oh, okay. Well, that seemed to work.
Pro.
Maybe I'll do that over here.
There you go.
Okay, so everyone is unpinned.
Yeah, we're finally back up to 100%.
Okay, so let's see what you can do. All right, so Jake's done with movement. He moved his, well, almost done with movement. You moved your Panzer IVs there, and now you would like to use a movement order called
Follow me.
Follow Me.
Yes. So for follow me, you take your platoon leader, who is here, and he automatically moves 4 inches forward.
Yep,
So
Of course, you're
I'm
gonna have to make
do a bog check.
cross check.
Yeah.
Yep. 3 up.
Which we do.
Okay, those guys apparently don't care about woods at all.
They are pretty good. Okay, so he is in the woods.
Okay. And then the other guys just move forward 4, directly 4.
Yeah.
And they don't quite make the woods, so.
No, but I just wanted the extra.
So, yeah,
Extra move.
get the extra movement.
Exactly.
The other thing you could have done was try to blitz. But if you failed, no one would have got the extra move. And this way, your commander gets the extra move no matter what.
Yeah.
Extra distance. Okay. And then you've got some shooting.
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't think so? So, one thing I do want to talk about is the decision you have to make here. I move my Shermans behind the front line of your Pack 40s.
Yeah.
So, you had a choice in the movement step. If they wanted to shoot at me, they would have had to turn in the movement step so that I was in your forward arc.
Yeah, like this, just so we can
Yeah.
see it home.
So, but that would cost you rate of fire.
It cost me rate of fire. I wouldn't be dug in anymore, which is
Yeah.
funny because you're still in the
Because it's a
hole.
movement, yeah.
So yeah, you're not dug in anymore, and you're not gone to ground anymore. So basically, for that reason, I no longer have a gun save if you put anybody over here and shoot this direction.
Right.
Because I actually have to aim at you in the shooting step.
Yeah.
So if you get anybody behind my front line right here, then I no longer have a save
Right.
or a gun save anymore. So it's not really worth the one shot to shoot at you, and instead I would rather just stay dug in and gone to ground.
Okay, so it's, and that, whether it's a good choice or not, we'll find out. But
Yeah, and that's why I've moved over the Panzer IVs, because then you just can't sit here forever and just keep shooting them until you eventually get it.
That's true.
They can challenge you next turn, and once they are challenging you, I might then be tempted to turn guns on you as well.
Sounds good, you monster.
Yeah.
Okay, so any shooting?
Nope.
Okay, on to American turn 5. All right, Jake. We're going to try your trick.
Are you Stormtrooper?
No, I'm not going to stormtrooper.
Oh, 2 dice. I see.
2 dice. So I'm going to try to unpin. The company commander can see the platoon commander. So he's going to give me
I'm
a
hoping
reroll.
for you.
So let's see well, at least one of these has to be a 3-up.
Hey, there you
Double
go.
6s. No, I didn't need them at all. So they are no longer
Or did you?
pinned down.
It was the 2 dice, the bouncing off each other in the hand.
Must have been.
That's what does it.
Okay. So on to American movement.
All right.
All right, my movement phase is done. Trying to make something happen here. these guys moved back. They baited you out. So I'm going to get 2 shots at one of those panzers.
Yeah, there is only one in range.
Yeah. And then over here, these guys drove into the field. They've got a couple shots on those panzers, among other things. I guess they could shoot something else. My infantry piled back into the woods there, and those guys moved out a little bit so they could shoot and also potentially assault infantry if I want.
Cool.
So we're going to see what we can make happen.
All right.
All right, so I got to think how I want to shoot. I guess we could start here because they have no other target. Actually, I'm going to start here. No, I don't want to start here. I got to think. I've got to do this in the right order. Okay, first things first, I'm going to fire with the mortar. So this is the no-brainer. There's still 3 teams under the template. I'm hitting you on 4s.
So the mortar doesn't suffer any penalty from his commander just leaving him?
Nope, because he didn't move, so he can stay and shoot.
But like no matter what, like these guys could move on the other side of the board and he'd be like, I'm fine.
As long as he doesn't move. Yep, exactly right.
So such a good thing to have in a unit.
Same thing with like if you have a infantry platoon with like heavy machine guns attached, you leave them in strategic positions. So it is a cool thing that you can kind of spread out. Okay, so if you want to point, I will roll 2 dice.
Yep. So this guy.
Okay, this guy. So I need a 4 or higher on both of these. So nope. Next guy. Nope. And the pack 40. No. Okay.
Yay.
So no hits from the mortar. Okay, my infantry are going to fire at your infantry. I've got 3 rifle MG teams that can see you, so I'm going to get 3 shots needing 6s because you are dug in and gone to ground.
Yep.
I got 1 hit. And then my bazooka is going to need a 7. So, no. So we'll go ahead and assign it on this dude.
Okay, the platoon leader. He's failed it.
All right, can I get another 6? Ouch. No.
I'm failing a lot of infantry saves. I would say most of them I failed.
And it's a good thing you've been dug in for a lot of them. I guess that platoon's lost 4.
3.
3? Oh, yeah, they lost 1. So, let's see. So I've hit them once. I need to hit them 4 more times to pin them down.
Yes.
Okay. All right, that platoon is going to fire machine guns into the infantry.
Okay.
Right in front of them. Actually, they'll probably all target this guy. So
Okay.
I've got 6 50 cal shots hitting on 6s. We got 2 hits. And then 6 30 cal shots hitting on 6s. We got 1 more, so
Nice
you're
job.
4 hits so far from being pinned. So I'm going to hit him. Him.
These are the 50 cal?
And him. So 2 50 cals will do
which one's
him and
those?
him, and then that'll be the 30 cal.
Okay.
50 cal, 50 cal, 30 cal.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and make your saves.
So 3 plus for this guy. He failed it, so that's a 50 cal hit.
5 up firepower. We shoot him out of his
You are
foxhole.
rolling so well with these machine guns.
He
Good.
saves.
And then the last guy. Good.
Okay. All right, start of the shooting phase. No, not start of the shooting phase. Continuing my shooting. 4 shots, needing 7s. I'm targeting that 1 Panzer IV that's closest to me.
He's the only one in range.
Because he's my only target. That is correct. And they miss. And then over here, I've got quite the conundrum. I think I'm going to shoot at the Panzer IVs as well.
Just shoot 1 at the Panzer IVs and 1 at the infantry.
Well, I don't need to pin the infantry down. I guess I do need to pin the infantry down.
I got a Panzerfaust.
Yeah, we'll shoot the infantry with everything.
You fool. I fooled you.
I know, you got me. You got me. But I just need 1 hit on that infantry. So they're both going to fire on that guy right there. 50 cals. Needing 6s, right?
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're going to ground.
Yeah.
That's part of the same platoon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Ah, we got the pin. And then the 30 cals. No. Okay, so 1 hit on him, good sir. Make a save.
Okay.
You do? Okay. But you took 5 hits in the shooting phase, so that unit is now pinned, which will assist in my assault, which is happening now. Surprise!
Yes.
The assault phase has begun, and surprise! Sherman tanks on your flank, trying to crush your infantry. Would you care for some defensive fire?
Yes.
Okay.
Observe.
So one of those, so you have a Panzer Schreck in your platoon.
Yes.
That could be theoretically fired by any team. So you're going to pick one of those two teams.
Yes.
Now your other shots can't hurt me, so you could make them, but it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
Normally I'm hit on 4s, but I'm hit on 5s because you are pinned down.
Correct.
All right, let's see that shot.
Gotcha.
All right, and you need to make a firepower test.
I don't. Well, you might be able to save the armor.
No, because it's AT-11, isn't it? Or 12?
AT-12.
Yeah, side armor 4. So.
All right. You're this guy right here.
Okay.
He's going down.
5 up to destroy him.
He's going downtown. Bailed out.
He's bailed out. If you don't mind putting that bailed out marker next to him.
Actually, no. I want it to be this guy.
Okay. Then the guy farthest away from me squishes you on, I believe it's a 4. And then the guy closest to me. Okay. So we'll check the range, but I think he might be able to reach the other guy. So with those two guys squished, there was enough distance to get that other guy. Jake has the opportunity to counterattack with anyone. So when I contacted your teams, anyone within 8 inches is technically in the assault on your side. But for you to successfully counterattack, you would have to be able to touch my tank, and he can't counterattack.
Correct.
So this guy would have to be able to touch my tank moving 4 inches, which is impossible.
Yeah.
So at this point...
But yeah, I want to break off, yeah.
Yeah, you'd break off, but you'd probably be on 6 already, so I don't think anyone's moving.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't count the bailout team. All right, so then they can consolidate, although you crippled one of my guys, so he's got to kind of hang out in the open.
And the reason I bailed him out is because this guy's actually safe from being instantly murdered, which is why I took him out.
Well, even then, I didn't have the 4 inches to... You could still fall him back 2 inches, get out, but I couldn't assault him. I couldn't move 4 inches and touch him.
Oh, yeah, so I do have to move. So we'll move like that.
All right, and then let's move those guys, 2 guys, back behind the woods 4 inches for me, please. We're going to hide from your guys there. All right. Then over here, we're going to go ahead and have the paratroopers assault.
7. Oh, I had the right number. Dice.
All right, so Jake's getting 8 shots in defensive fire, is that right?
Yes.
Needing 4s.
Correct.
Because I am out in the open.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and roll those up, shall we?
Okay, here we go.
Oh, you got 5.
So I got you. Oh, thank goodness.
All right, so you got 5 hits, so you want to assign those as you will, and then I'm going to have to, if anyone survives, I'm going to have to fall back.
Yes.
All right, so this guy right here, he's dead.
Woo!
This guy right here, he's dead.
Woo!
And the one hit on the bazooka team, he survives.
Curses.
Okay, and that is the end of the American turn. Because you repelled the assault, I had to fall back, and thus the assault ends. So on to German turn 6, I think.
Yeah.
German starting step.
Yeah, so I got to unpin this unit.
Okay, on a 4 up.
Rerolling company commander? No, so they are pinned.
Okay, but
Do they stick around is the better question.
because that platoon is reduced to 2 teams.
Yep.
And for an infantry platoon, if you're 2 teams or less, you are in poor spirits and have to make a test. So hopefully you got all your bad rolls out, so here we go.
I haven't rolled 4s yet, so
Okay.
I got 2 more chances because of the company commander.
All right, you're going to roll both of them.
Yep, it works.
All right.
I'm telling you.
They stick around, but they are pinned down.
Yeah.
All right, on to German movement. Looks like we got some cross checks over there.
Cross check for
Guy
this
in the
guy.
lead. You got to fail these sometime.
But
Not this time.
day. I'm gonna do it correctly. So
Yeah.
you're supposed to cross check and then move your tank and then do the next one.
Mm-hmm.
We get lazy and we just like roll them all and then go. But it does matter in the.
Especially here because theoretically those other 2 guys could fail and this guy just be out here by himself.
Yes, which would be a bummer.
He's moving there to get a shot on my Shermans. If you're not within 2 inches of the edge, you're giving me concealment too.
But you're not in the woods.
I know, but you're shooting through more than 2 inches of woods. You have to be within 2. All right, let's see some more 3-up cross checks.
Okay. This guy. Good.
These woods mean nothing to you. And the last dude, does he make his cross check? Statistically, you should fail one of these 3.
Statistics are for chumps. 3+. Dang it, I failed.
Yay, statistics! So he just kind of stops where he is, because...
Yeah, so, he just...
That's right there. Yep. All right. And any other movement?
Nope.
Okay, on to the shooting phase. All right, shooting phase.
Alright, we're doing 2 shots. He's aiming at him.
Okay.
Missed. And
You need
he's shooting at
4s.
him. Missed.
Okay.
Alright, that was nice and easy. These guys over here, this Pack 40 is going to shoot at these Shermans.
Okay.
And this one is shooting at this platoon.
Okay.
So the one into the company command.
And we should do your 2 hits, but a 1 and a 2 miss.
Totally missed. And then here we go, 2 shots.
So you're just going to need a 4 to hit him.
Targeting, or I guess we can see him too, but it'll splash to him if we'll aim at him so he doesn't get concealment.
Okay.
Oh wait, Woods doesn't give you concealment though. So we're aiming at him.
Okay.
I missed. Nope. Wow, what a terrible
shooting turn. Any other shots?
No.
Okay.
Nothing else is in range.
And you care to assault?
No.
Okay. On to American turn 6 or 7 or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, start of the American turn. Let's try to unpin this infantry. The platoon commander's there, company commander's there, so I'm just going to use Jake's little trick. See if I can roll a 3-up on one of these 2 dice.
It always works.
Whew, that's good, because we got a 5. So they are unpinned. That helps. Unfortunately, he's too far away to help that platoon, so I got a 1 bailed out Sherman just kind of hanging out in the woods, or next to the woods there. I believe a vanilla Sherman is just a 4-up motivation. That's not a 1 for sure.
Yeah.
So he stays bailed out. I could have used him in. Now, everything else is done, so I can go to my movement phase.
Okay.
Alright, an American movement is done. These guys moved up to this rock wall fence to get within short range of the Pack 40, or also maybe shoot at the Panzer IV. I'm not sure yet which one I'm going to do. They stayed put for full rate of fire, so did they, and then the infantry moved up to maybe get some juicy assault targets here. So we'll see what happens. And that bazooka team ran out to get a shot at the Panzer IV. So on to the American shooting phase. Alright, I'm going to fire with those Shermans over there into the Panzer IVs. I'm going to need 5s, 4 shots, because I only have 2 active tanks left.
Okay.
Let's see what we can do. Whew. We got 1, so we'll put it on the guy closest to us. That's going to be front armor 6 versus anti-tank 10, so you need a 4 to equal, and a 5 or higher to bounce. A 6 will bounce it. Okay, then this bazooka team is going to fire at that Panzer.
Okay.
I'm going to need a 6. And then I've got 3 rifle teams that are going to be firing into this platoon that's already pinned down. Actually, we probably won't even bother shooting at those guys, because that's pointless. So here we go. We'll go look for that 6 for that bazooka shot. Pooh! No. Alright, over here, these 2 guys, company commander, is going to fire into the Panzer IV on the edge that shot at him.
Okay.
So was that short or long range?
Wait,
do you remember?
I never shot at you. I shot at him.
Oh, okay. Either way.
So don't shoot at me.
Short or long range? I'm still shooting at.
Stop blaming me for nothing. Long range.
That is long range.
Yeah.
So it'll be 5s and then 6s.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Whew. Looks like we got one. We got two.
It's pretty good.
So I don't think we can see that one, but we can see that one and that one. So each one of those two will get a hit.
Okay. So this one, armor save.
Yep.
So I'm 6, but 7 because of long range.
Yep.
So 8, 9, 10.
So
It's a
possible bail.
bail. And then the other guy, possible destroy.
All right, here's the possible bail on a 3-up. Here's the possible destroy. Okay.
Bailed out.
Bailed out. These guys are going to fire into your Pack 40s. We're going to get 4 50 cal machine guns and then 4 30 cal machine guns.
Okay.
Here's the 50 cals hitting on, for a short range, you fired, so just 5s.
Well, you can only see him, so he's got the ground.
He fired at these
Oh,
guys
yeah,
too.
that's right. I forgot.
So we got one hit with the 50 cal, and then one hit with the 30 cal. So they both have to go on that same team.
Yep. So the 50 cal, we're good. 30 cal, good.
Okay. Well, you might get your wish, and I totally flubbed my turn.
Well, we'll see.
All right, so let's go ahead and do some assaults, shall we?
Yeah.
All right, we're charging into contact against those two teams right there. So Jake will figure out his defensive fire, and we'll be right back. All right, Jake's getting 10 dice of defensive fire as everyone kind of opens up.
So I'm hitting you on 4s, because you're in the open. Which we get 5 exactly.
Ah, you're pushing back. All right, we'll go ahead and assign your hits.
2 on the bigger teams, 1 on the smaller team. I guess it doesn't really matter because that's a platoon leader.
That guy is good. This guy is double dead. And the platoon leader just has 1 hit. He's fine. And then they have to break off.
Yeah.
Well, not the best turn, so I wasn't able to capitalize on your terrible shooting phase last turn.
So it was a bit of a wash.
All right, so let's go to next German turn. At start of the German turn, let's see some unpinning.
Unpin this unit. Commander.
Hey, they
Damn.
double unpin.
Alright, he has protected ammo, so he needs a 3+.
3+, if we've got protected ammo.
So he does.
Okay. So it's like nothing happened.
Yep.
And then on to your movement phase. All right, Jake is choosing not to move, so you want to go ahead and start shooting?
Yes, I just want the shots.
Okay.
So let's do the Pack 40s first, because
Okay.
their shots are a little more obvious. So what we're going to do is he's going to shoot into the bailed out Sherman,
Okay.
and he is going to shoot into the command.
Sounds good.
Yes. Actually, wait, no. Hold on. I don't know what to do. Let's do Panzer Force first.
Okay.
So, because they can really only shoot specific guys. So let's do this one into command,
Okay.
and then these 2 into this unit.
Okay.
So into the Panzer IV into your command.
All right, that's going to be 6s.
Yeah, 6s. You get 1 hit there.
All right, who do you want to hit?
The commander.
All right, we'll try to swap it on a 3+. We don't, so it has to stay on the commander.
And then over here, 4 shots. These 2 are prioritizing him,
Okay.
which we
Nope,
miss both.
we need 4s.
Good job so far, guys. And then over here, 4s again. Oh, come on!
That's your Panzer. Okay, so I just got 1 hit to worry about over
Outside
here.
of a barn.
My 6 goes to a 7. I haven't been able to make a successful armor save yet.
Yep.
So,
Granted, I've only shot you twice.
so my 7, I'm trying to beat an 11. So that's equal. So possible bail on the company commander.
Bailed.
He's bailed out.
Which means,
All right, next.
next up.
Oh, sorry. These guys needed a morale check to see if they stuck around.
Oh yeah.
Two 4-ups. They're good.
Okay. Next up, we're gonna do what I said before. So 1 Pack 40 into them, 1 Pack 40 into them.
Okay.
So let's do command first.
Yeah, that's within 16, so just 5s.
5s because of the hedgerow. Of course we miss. And then over here, 4s because you're right there.
1 hit.
So 1 hit.
Okay, and the anti-tank of that, what is that, 11, 12?
I think it's 11.
Well, my 6, so let's see if I can roll high enough that it even matters. I got a 5, so I rolled an 11. So let's hope it's 12. Well, you hope it's 12. I hope it's not 12.
At the bottom of the list.
It's, what is it? Come on, zoom in.
Anti-tank 12.
Ah, so close. All right.
Firepower 3 plus.
3 plus to blow him up.
Oh, come on.
So since he's already bailed out, and he gets bailed out again, he needs to make an immediate morale test.
Yeah.
Or else he blows up his tank and runs away. So let's see that 4 up. 6, he's good.
So again, another turn of absolutely
Absolutely nothing has happened. Well, I'm bailed out here. Yeah, I've got 2 tanks bailed out.
Yeah, that doesn't really mean anything because he gets rerolls, so
He
he's
does.
probably getting back in. They're probably unpinning. I mean, odds are decent he gets back in.
True, true. All right, well, let's see what we can do in American turn. Except Jake wants to try to scoot and shoot.
Yeah, and I also want to shoot these 2 teams into these guys.
Okay.
Because they're not really long for this world anyway. So we're going to shoot your guys because they're not dug in or anything.
Okay.
So 6 shots, hitting you on 4s.
Well, 5s because I'm in the wood.
Okay, 5s.
2 hits.
Yeah.
Who are you going to hit?
We'll just hit these 2 teams.
Okay, the commander is good. Guy next to him is dead. Okay. Now it's the end of your shooting phase. Anything else?
Yes. No.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry, shoot and scoot these guys.
All right, 3 up to
3
get a
bucks.
successful order.
We did it.
Okay.
Cross
checks.
Yes. Cross check for this guy.
3 up again.
Good. Move him.
All right, and then the Panzers end up there. So, actually, Jake, I don't think that guy could scoot and shoot, or because he was further than 6 from your company commander. But otherwise, that's it for the German turn, so on the American turn. All right, starting step. Let's try to unpin using Jake's trick. Let's see if we can get a 3 up on either of these 2 dice. Yay! Yay for fearless paratroopers.
Well, you'd really want to roll him first so he could give the reroll to
You
him.
can give a reroll even if you're bailed up.
Wow, he's really good at multitasking.
And then, so here he can make himself reroll, but he needs 4s. Whoa. He bails himself back in. He just gives himself a pep talk. You can do this. Get back in the tank. Yeah, okay.
Well,
Oh, I forgot to do my bombardment last turn. I won't forget this turn.
that's a shame.
Very convenient. And then over there, I only get 1 die. Can I get 4 up to get back in? I rolled a 6 when it was a double bailout. No. Come on.
To be fair, he should be dead. Shot like the entire army at him.
All right, so that's it.
Twice.
So let's figure out movement. All right, movement's done. I pretty much kept these tanks where they were. They're in good shooting positions. I had those 2 tanks move up for some potential assaults. I had the paratroopers go out and maybe tangle with the panzers instead of the infantry and see if they have better luck doing that. So what we're going to do is jump straight in the shooting phase. I think what we're going to do is have those Shermans go ahead and fire on the Pac 40. So it's going to be 4 shots with stabilizers. I think I want to use stabilizers, needing 6s. Because normally you're hitting on 4s, 5s because you're concealed, and 6s for stabilizer.
Yeah.
So let's see, 4 shots needing 6s. And we got 1. And so we'll assign it on this guy.
3 plus. Good.
Okay. Well, that's those 2 Shermans. These 2 Shermans are going to fire on the... I guess they'll go on the Panzer IV over there.
Okay.
At long range. So they're going to need 6s. We got 2 hits. So that's your side armor. No, it could be your front armor. So on a
1, 2, 3, it's top.
no 1, 2, 3 is the
Whatever. Doesn't really matter.
1, 2, 3 is the hull, and then the higher number is the higher on the tank. So 2 turret hits. So your front armor 6 goes to a 7 versus my 12.
Yeah.
So you need a 5 to equal.
So one
So one
penetrate.
bounce. Okay, 3 up firepower. We got him. We had 2 bazooka shots into your Panzer IV in the woods. Normally you're hit on 4s, 5s for concealment, 6s because of the heavy nature of the bazooka. Let's see if we can get some more 6s here. We got another 6.
We're rolling a lot of 6s.
Alright, looks like it's going to be your front though.
Yeah.
So 6 versus 10.
9.
So we pen. And we bail them out. 5 plus firepower. Then the last guys to shoot are these 2. And I think I want to go into the packs as well. So we'll both fire, concentrating on that guy. So it's going to be 4 shots hitting on 5s. Or should I go with the machine guns?
I don't know. You're rolling so crazy, you will probably do well with either thing.
Let's go main guns. So looking for some 5s. Whoa. Okay, we got 2 hits. That's 1 for each gun. So we'll do that.
Alright, this gun,
Okay, good.
the other gun.
Fails. Hey, now both fail. So I need a 3 up firepower for that guy. Ah. Okay. So with that, ooh, I don't know if I want to assault now. That's not good.
Great, my turn.
No, I think what I'm going to do is move the bazooka team into base contact with that bailed out Panzer IV.
Sorry, you said you didn't want to assault.
I know.
Phase has passed.
Your time has passed. So move that bazooka team for me, will you? No, the other one. Yeah. And then let's back him up with the rifle team behind him. Yeah. Okay. All right. So since that guy's bailed out, you can't shoot, but he's blocking the shooting from his friend. So I need to roll to hit because theoretically the bazooka could hurt you. Actually, the other guy I think can bail you out too.
Yeah.
So here's the bazooka hitting you on 4s normally. So no, 3s normally, so 4s because it's a small team.
Okay.
So 4 for the bazooka. Got it. And then the other guy hits you as well. So it's AT 10 versus your side armor.
So who's this on?
It has to be the guy they're touching.
Okay. So, bazooka hit. Good.
Bounces.
I'm assuming at least. And then
Yeah, because of the side skirts. And then
Yeah.
the other guy, just don't roll a 1.
Good.
Okay. So now you can counterattack or break off.
I think I'll break off.
Okay. So go ahead and make a cross check for the.
I guess it's 3s to kill you, right?
Yeah.
While driving through the woods.
Yeah, you'll need to make a cross check to get to me, and then you'll need.
Yeah. Okay, so let's try to fight you back then.
Okay, so you need a morale of
Need a
4.
morale, then a cross check, then a hit.
Yeah.
So we break off anyway.
Okay, so you
Choice
have to
was
break
made for
off.
me. Drive through the woods. Let's try that again. Drive through the woods. Good.
Okay.
Is it any unit?
Yep, anyone in that unit.
Okay. So 6 inches.
And they consolidate over there in the woods, and that's my turn, so over to you.
Thanks for not shooting artillery.
Oh, wait, artillery! Yes, artillery. Well, let's go back. So, still no danger close. There's 3 teams under there. I wasn't able to hit anything last time. So if you want to point, so I need 4s. No, definitely not that. Next guy. Hey, got him. And then the gun team. No. So just that
This
guy.
guy, 3 plus, failed it.
4 up. Got him. He's killed 2 teams now.
Yeah.
He's amazing.
I hate them so much.
And that unit's pinned down. All right, starting step.
All right, unpin this unit. Reroll.
Oh, you didn't roll. Oh, there you go. Good.
See if he sticks around.
Yep, 4 up to keep him around. He stays.
stays.
Yay.
That is all my checks. So then we'll go into shoot.
Okay. All right, Jake, staying put. What are you doing?
Okay, we are going to start off the festivities
Okay.
with 1 Panzerfaust shot into this guy.
All right. Let's see it.
Needing a 4 to hit you. Okay, good start, good start. Pack 40s. 1 into them. Just gonna aim at this guy like so.
Okay.
And then the other into command yet again.
Okay.
Let's do command first.
Looking for 5s.
Still can't hit.
Oh, your
Jack.
pack 40s.
I haven't rolled higher than a 2, I'm pretty sure, on him. And then this pack 40, point blank
He's been
shot.
doing better. 4s.
2 hits.
All right. So I need 6s. Who are you going to assign that to?
2 healthy ones.
All right, the guy closest to you. Let's see if I can get a 6. Nope. And the guy closest to me. No.
All right.
So 2 firepowers.
3 plus.
Bailed out.
The next guy.
Bailed out.
Oh my gosh.
All right, we got a Panzer 4.
2 shots in the back.
Looking for 4s. Double
You
ones.
missed both. Oh, come on.
Your mojo has abandoned you.
Did I ever have it in this game?
Well, I don't know. Not really. Well, this was good.
Yeah, but I was like
But that was it. That
lucky
was...
pot shot in like 3 turns of firing over there.
Well, I got to get those guys back in, and there's a good chance I won't, and they'll have to test, and I always fail my last stand test.
I'm going to assault.
Oh, okay.
Like so.
Okay. So,
Which I'm pretty
no
sure.
one can see him.
Yeah.
So go ahead and try to hit. You hit.
With the Panzerfaust.
Okay. So go ahead and make a firepower.
Bailed out.
Okay, so 4 up to destroy him. So he's fine. He's still bailed out. Now we counterattack for that group because the paras are also within 8 inches of that assaulting team. So I just roll 1 die for both units, although both units have different morale ratings. The tanks are 4, the paras are 3 up. All right, let's see what we can do. Whew. We roll a 2, so it doesn't matter. So everyone has to break off. All right, so unfortunately that blows up all those 3 tanks because they were all within 6 of that assaulting team.
Yep.
And I could only roll a 2 for my counterattack. And so, and then my infantry kind of moved over there near that burning wreck. So, on to American turn. Turn, I don't know what number it is. So, let's just go.
Does.
Alright, let's unpin the paras over there. On a 3 up. Ah, another 2. Come on, guys. That's just extending the game.
That's what I needed.
Okay, then I think, actually, we'll probably move these guys. Alright, I think actually I'm going to stick where I am. I'm going to do 2 bazooka shots into that guy out in the open. I didn't move, but I'm pinned down, so I'm still going to hit you normally on 4s, 5s for not being pinned down.
Yep.
Or 4 being pinned down. Let's see some 5s. Nope. Alright, over here, looks like I'm going to have some side shots. Oh, well, I'm going to skip your gun shield. I'm going to target that Pack 40.
Yeah.
So we're just going to go with, I guess the best bet would just be machine guns. So let's do 4 and 4, 450 cals. Normally hitting you on,
You can just roll them all together.
well,
Firepower doesn't matter.
it would splash onto him, and
Oh, yeah,
firepower
that's true.
might matter. So normally you're hit on 4s. He's not dug in because you never dug in after moving. He's dug in, but I'm not targeting him.
Well, yeah, I didn't really have time since I moved.
Yes, and you've been shooting ever since.
Yeah.
So it's just 4s to hit him
Holes
with
are
machine guns.
360 apparently when they dig them.
No.
And
All right.
somehow I got out of that hole and onto.
Well, it's not a round hole. It's like a fixed position going that way. All right, let's see. 4s, 50 cals. We got 150 cal. And then the 30 cals. We got 2 of those. So we'll put a 50 and a 30 on him, and then we'll put a 30 cal on him.
Okay. So
you just roll
2
2
shots
for
on
him.
him.
Yeah.
So he's good.
Okay.
And then the 1 shot on him. He's good.
I can't kill these guys. And then we're going to hose that Pack 40 down with machine gun fire as well. Short range, he fired, but he is dug in. That one's dug in, right?
Yeah, and I have a gun shield pointed at you.
And so, well, for concealment.
Sure.
So 5s. 50 cals. We got 1. 30 cals. We got none. All right, so let's see.
One save.
One save.
Failed it. Here's your chance.
5 up. Nope. And I think that's it. So on to you. All right, German starting step. You got some tests to make.
Oh, I gotta unpin this unit because they fought those tanks.
Your command unit.
Yeah, command. Just roll 2. Oh, they are not going anywhere.
Okay. Does your Panzer IV stick around? 4 up.
4+. Here we go.
Nope.
No, he's gone.
He runs away.
Doing
He
so well.
hightails it out of here. And then this unit of 2. need
Yeah,
to-
do they stick around? They do.
Whew, that's close. All right, so on to your movement phase. Movement phase is done. That Pack 40 just kind of swiveled back around.
Yep.
So shall we go straight to shooting?
Yep. All right, for the 4th turn in a row, shooting at these guys.
3 Pack 40 shots, short range, needing 5s.
I hit you.
You got one? Who are you going for?
The commander.
All right, we're going to try to swap it on a 3 up. We don't, because I always fail those. I need a 6. No, firepower, 3 up.
Yay.
All right. Since that's part of the
Swap again.
command platoon, I don't need
Oh,
to
yeah, you
roll
don't
the
even need to
swap.
roll.
So you blow up him, but he basically just jumps over to this one.
Cool.
And we end up like that. All right, start of American turn. I don't need to worry about these guys because it's the command platoon,
Yeah.
leader platoon, so they don't need to take tests to run away. However, I want to unpin my paras. 3 up, please. Finally. Okay. They're unpinned. I only have, well, I got 4 stands there. I only got 7 units on the table.
Yep.
But you're getting thin, too.
Yeah.
So that's why this is taking so long. It's like we're whittling our armies down to nothing.
Yeah. Slowly, tank by tank.
Okay. All right. Okay. Here we go. Let's go to movement. All right, my pair's kind of redeployed. I'm putting myself in a position to assault, but I don't know. Right now, you've just got too many teams, too much machine gun fire for me to come out.
Thankfully, I'm MG teams.
You repulsed me twice, so I don't have high hopes. But we're going to start with a bombardment over there on those same... Actually, it's just 2 teams now under the template,
Yep.
eh? All right, you want to point to one? Let's see if we can hit him. We do. And then the pack. This is what we really want to hit. We don't. All right, let's see you save. Can my mortar get a 3rd kill? Maybe.
Probably.
4 up. Yeah.
This mortar's ridiculous.
That mortar is a monster.
Ugh.
All right. Over there, we've got 2 rifle shots into your guy who failed to unpin the...
Okay.
Is that your company commander or like the other guy?
Yeah.
All right. So just he didn't move.
He's dug in.
He's dug in. He
Yeah,
went back into his thing.
hole.
Oh, okay. Then they're going to shoot their 2 rifles at the Pack 40.
Okay.
So hitting you on...
Wait, this guy? Oh, yeah, these 2 guys?
Yeah. Hitting you on 4s. No. All right, over here. We're going to go into the Pack 40
Okay.
with machine guns. Since I didn't move, I keep forgetting I should have been firing more machine guns. 3 50 cal shots. Hitting on 4s. And then 2 30 cal shots. So 2 50 cal shots, 1 for each.
This guy, 3+. Good. And the other, good.
Okay. Over here, all my machine gun shots into that other pack.
Okay.
So that's going to be 6 50 cals from the Sherman 76s. Needing 5s. There we go. And then 4 30 cal shots. Getting 2. Okay.
3. So here are the 350 cal enemy. So saved all those.
Gosh.
Really good saves too. And then how many 30
1.
cal? 1. Failed out.
Let's see another 6. Nope. All right. I think I'm done. So let's go over to German turn. You got some unpinning to do and some tests to make.
Unpin command. We do.
Hey, You gotta unpin your
Unpin
big
pack
platoon.
40s.
Oh yeah, pack 40s.
No. And then unpin the big platoon,
Oh yeah.
or somewhat big, I guess.
No.
Also no. Okay, well, there went my plans of... I was going to just charge everything into these guys and kill them.
Oh yeah, that would.
And then
do
I
it.
would win the game.
Well, no, you just need to kill him. They're support.
Oh, they're support?
Yeah.
Wait, they're not support.
No.
They're normal.
They're core.
Okay, cool.
They're core.
Okay, yeah, so I just got to kill it. Okay, well, yeah, and I still have a ton of stuff pinned, so I'm not going to move it all.
Alright.
So I'm just going to... I guess... No, wait, I will move.
Oh, these guys need to make a check to see if they stick around.
Yes. They do.
Oh, they do. Yeah.
They're going to move.
Okay. All right. What are you doing first?
I'm going to shoot a Panzerfaust into him. Hitting you on a 5,
Yep.
which we do. So one Panzerfaust hit, AT 12.
So
or no,
go ahead
was
and
12
make
or
your
11?
fire. Doesn't matter. It's my side.
Oh, yeah, that's right. 5 plus, so bailed out.
Okay.
And then over here, he is going to shoot at these guys.
Okay.
So 3 shots from him. I'm hitting you on 5s because of the woods
Yep.
/ building. 2 hits.
All right. Who do you want to hit?
Let's hit this guy and the bazooka.
All right. Rifle team, 3 up. Bazooka team, 3 up. Oh, you killed the bazooka team. All right. Next.
Next up, every guy who can shoot over here will. So we'll do these 2 guys. We'll
All
shoot.
right.
So that's 6 shots.
Well, they're pinned down still.
Prioritizing this guy. Oh yeah, so 4
Perfect.
shots. Needing 4 5s. So just the one onto this guy.
All right. I'll try to swap to the guy in the building on a 3 up. Hey, we do. Does he make a save? Yes, he does. Didn't need to swap at all, but I did swap. So if I would have failed, I take make you do a firepower test for bulletproof cover.
Yeah.
All right.
And since we know we're going to kill him in assault,
Uh-huh.
we're going to shoot 1 pack 40 at those guys, and we're going to shoot 1 in him anyway. 'Cause
Okay.
There's nothing else to do with him, I guess.
And did they unpin? No, they didn't unpin.
Who didn't?
The pack 4.
That's why I'm only shooting 1 shot.
Oh.
So on the 76s,
Need a 5.
Yeah, we hit 'em.
You got a 5. Armor. So my 7 goes to a 12.
yeah,
So 3 up to bail me.
you are bailed.
Okay.
And then 1 shot into Sherman over there. Hit him.
This guy, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And then, sorry, you got a 5
I got
to
a 5,
hit.
and yeah, I got a 5 to hit him.
Okay, so I need a 6 to equal. No.
Destroyed.
Okay, so he blows up. And with that is game. Because at the start of my turn, I have to make my checks, and my formation is no longer in good spirits.
Yeah.
Because I only have 1 platoon left in my core formation. I have 2 platoons on the board, but since they're support, they don't count. And I have to have at least 2 units in my formation in good spirits to play. So good game, Jake.
Yeah, that's why I was being willing to risk those 2 guys to go out there.
Well, you still had 3 more units in your core formation.
Oh yeah, but they're all pinned.
All right, so let's talk about this mission. What do you think?
Just mission wise, or like?
Yeah, just the battle. What do you think of the battle?
It was good. Yeah, the German player, just from what you get in the box, the German player is defending. Really, no matter what mission you're defending, because you can't really go across the board to go fight 8 Shermans and a whole platoon of airborne. So yeah, no matter what, you're really going to just be defending. So in your missions, like, don't make this list the attacker and then defend with that, because it will not be a fun game. And your guns can only wheel 2 inches a turn, 4 inches if you dash.
That's true.
So yeah, but yeah, it's a good defensive list. The fact that you have artillery, even though it's just 1 stand, like, it's still super scary.
That M60,
Like, he killed 3
60
teams.
millimeter mortar, killed
Yeah,
3
he
teams.
tripled his own points cost in there. Yeah, so the fact that the best thing about Americans, like, I would love to play as the Americans just if I had a choice, if I was splitting this box with a friend, only because they are the more fun faction to play, because this is much more static, whereas that is more mobile. given that you have stabilizers and 50 cals and just all sorts. And the airborne are really awesome at attacking, as we've seen. Like your airborne platoon did most of the work against me in this game.
Yeah, they did pretty good.
Yeah, like they killed the Panzer IVs.
They killed one.
I mean, yeah, which in turn made the other one run away.
Yeah.
So without
Because
them,
I think
they would've
these
been
guys
fine.
killed him. Yeah.
Yeah. So like they're the reason that the two other ones at least left.
Well, they definitely got a lot of maneuver. They went all the way
and
through
they
the
killed the
woods
whole
through there.
platoon basically, except for those two remaining.
Well, you just wouldn't fail morale or armor saves when
Because
you
I
came
failed
to
all
it.
my infantry saves over there.
Yeah, but
You
your
were so
Pack
killing
40s
quick.
did not fail a single save.
Yeah, which was
That was
good.
disgusting.
Well, I mean, I failed a lot. It's just like machine gun stuff
Yeah.
that you can.
Well, even then, I
firepower
didn't
me.
hardly made any firepower tests, maybe 3 or 4.
Yeah, but a lot of them were like you needed 6s.
And I just needed to kill one to make them be testing as well.
Yeah. Once you pushed in here, though, I thought that was a pretty intense move there, which I think is probably where that was the turning point in the game. Is once I killed these 3, I was sitting a lot better. Because even if your airborne came in, and I was assuming you'd come in and kill both guns and kill this guy for sure, I still wouldn't be broken, and then I could either come back and kill these guys, or a smarter way would just be throw everything into these 2 tanks and then win regardless. But yeah, you have to be very careful in Flames of War about your formations. With only 4 platoons each, it is much easier to break you. Infantry are harder to kill, obviously, because we saw them dug in all game.
Yep.
But yeah, regardless, it's a good little starter box. Just know the Germans, you'll be way more static.
It would definitely be depending on your setup. I guess if you do a city table, the infantry can
If you
definitely.
do a city table, then
The Americans
poor
are screwed.
Americans are going to have a real rough time.
Or even just a lot of buildings can be helpful. Lots of woods.
Yeah.
Although you didn't care about woods with you.
I never failed a
You
check
failed one
on these
cross-check.
Panzer. Oh yeah,
That
that's
guy.
right. The one which did matter a lot actually because he died out there. But
Yeah.
other than that, like I was driving through the woods like crazy.
That's
and
pretty crazy.
I passed 2 stormtroopers,
Yeah.
which like never ever like in a normal 100-point game, you're really never gonna stormtrooper at all. Like it rarely ever comes up, and then when you do, you have to roll so many dice to get it to go off. You just saw me get very lucky doing it, but like everything has to go perfectly for that to happen.
This is true.
So that's where it's not really helpful.
All right.
But yeah, other than that, yeah, that was pretty much it. I drove away I thought this was a smart move for me, but I drove my Panzer IVs away just because I didn't really want to engage anymore with those 76s, and they were basically useless the rest of the game.
Yeah, they were just machine gun toted. Because the 76s have no HE, it's really horrible to shoot at infantry and gun teams with them with their
Yeah.
main guns.
Yeah,
It's pointless to do it.
+1 there. But yeah, so that's why I was like, because the 76s are really scary against Panzer IVs, so I was like, whatever, I'll just remove them from the equation, drive over here. Not like it helped at all, because Panzer IVs didn't end up really doing anything, but it
Yeah, they
kind of
killed him,
stalled
but
you.
that was it.
Yeah, which didn't really do a whole lot. But yeah, so there's your intro game.
All right, guys, that's an intro into Flames of War, our companion battle report with our How to Play series. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, do check us out on Patreon.
Yeah,
So you can,
lots
again,
of good stuff in there.
check out all those cool battle reports we have. Check out our battle reports here. You can also check us out on Facebook at All Miniatures Great and Small.
We got a lot of great cutthroat battle reports in there.
We do. It's always fun. And then also, if you would please consider giving us a like and subscribe, that always helps the channel. Click that bell to receive notification when we publish new content. As always, thanks for watching, and
Keep on wargaming.
yeah.